Hafaday Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI. The Commonwealth Ports Authority is projecting a loss of $3.9 million for the remainder of the fiscal year, should all 4 direct China flights remain suspended until the end of the fiscal year.
So we'll have an impact on our ability to service our debt to the bond. And so it was necessary, it's not only necessary to cut hours, which the committee today will be recommending to the board's emergency meeting tomorrow, but it was also important that we take further steps to cut operational expenses.
The CPA board is looking at taking an 8-hour pay cut per pay period.
Assuming that all conditions remain the same for the remainder of this fiscal year, 8 hours is sufficient for now. Obviously, we have to monitor the situation practically on a daily basis to see, if there's any changes in as far as passenger loads, as that has a direct impact on our ability to collect revenues. And so if something changes, we have to go back to the drawing board.
Other cost-saving recommendations that were made at the board meeting today are?
Absolutely total, complete freeze, including board. There will be nobody traveling outside of the Commonwealth unless they're doing so as part of a federal requirement or the trip is federally funded. There will be no new hiring, no replacements unless it's an absolute emergency, but even that has to get board approval. There's a freeze on merit increases and overtime, and obviously just the basic gas conservation, utility conservation. And we're also going back to the drawing board to kind of look at what our planned capital improvement projects are and what's critical at this point and as far as what we need to spend on, and make some adjustments to those. But there are some projects that are funded as part of our insurance reimbursements from Typhoon Yutu, so those projects will continue in the order of their priority, the loading bridge being one of them.
Hines says there is an emergency CPA board meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m., where the board will be voting on the recommendations. For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2 News, I'm Ashley McDowell.